we are going to look at what the new Indian medical visa invitation letter is. So what you see on the screen is a sample of a Indian medical visa invitation letter. So I'm going to give you a quick background, but before I start, I'm going to tell you what I cover in this video very quickly. So what is this invitation letter about? What is the change? What exactly changed? And what to check for when you get the letter? And the most important thing, the reference number, and the last part is how to use the reference number when you actually apply for the Indian visa. To a bit of a backstory, so this video is for patients who are traveling from different countries to India. To be precise, other passport holders who are traveling to India for medical treatment. So before they apply for a visa, the patients will require a visa invitation letter from the Indian hospital that is going to treat the patient. So the Indian hospital would previously, until April 2025, were able to give a manually created letter which would have their logo and someone signing at the bottom of the letter. But in April 2025, the FRO, which is the Indian government agency responsible for administering foreigner registration and immigration related functions for visitors to India. So they made a change, which the simple version of the change is that no longer a manually created letter from an Indian hospital would be acceptable to apply for a visa. You would need a system generated letter, such as what you see in the screen. So this is a sample. So what happens is the hospital will need to go into their FARO portal and enter the details of the patient and the attendance, the treatment required, all the information, and then they would hit generate or something equivalent, which would produce a document which looks like this. So the letter has a lot of information, so it's a pretty standard template. So at the top it says medical and Ayush visa, so don't worry about the word Ayush for the time being. So I'll quickly tell you what you need to look for. So this is a sample letter for, let's say in this case it's Apollo Chennai, which is based in the southern part of India. So it would have some hospital details, which is a hospital ID, registration number, none of this which you need to be actually looking at. But what you need to be careful is to make sure you have the right hospital name, because the new challenge the patients face is rather than a challenge. The new procedure is you apply for a visa invitation letter from a specific hospital, and you need to make sure you get your treatment from that hospital only. So if you are planning to travel to a different hospital but using a visa invitation letter from another hospital, please don't do this. Always contact the hospital that you would like to travel. If you have any questions, please drop a message or visit our website or contact on our WhatsApp, and we'll try our best to get help and give you the right answers. But anyways, going back to the letter, so there is a bit of section on the hospital details. Nodal officers, so this is about the person issuing the letter from the hospital. But here you just need to make sure your name, the patient's name, the given name, surname, date of birth matches your passport. The nationality matches your passport and the passport number. So this part is quite critical. You need to make sure you check. The rest, the address, I don't think there's a lot of focus on it. The contact details, not a lot of focus, but you need to make sure that the treatment diagnosis, because what will happen is when you apply for your visa, you will most likely submit documentation, which is most likely reports or diagnostic reports or test results, or a recommendation letter from a local hospital or doctor in your native country, and that should align with the proposed treatment and what you have been what the Indian hospital is saying. So that needs to align, because when you apply for the visa, at the visa application process, the Indian authorities will check, does your request match with the reports that you have. And the last part, which you need to make sure the details are right, is your attendance details, the name, first name, last name, date of birth, passport number, nationality match. The rest is all right. But also, please pay some attention to the relationship with the patient to make sure that is right. If at all you are asked at immigration, you need to be able to validate this information. But apart from that, the letter looks like this at the bottom. There's no physical signature. It is a digital signature and that's about it. That's how the letter looks like. So in terms of what to check, I have given you, just make sure your name details match the passport information. As long as that's valid and the reports align with the proposed treatment, and you are getting the letter from the right hospital at the top, the name and address, that should be okay. And now let's amongst all this, one important information which is quite critical for your Indian visa application is the top right reference number. So the number that you see, this is absolutely critical. This is what you need to enter in your visa application process. So I'm going to quickly go to a different way, browser, to see what exactly happens. So this is an online visa application. So this is a temporary application. I'm going to show you what happens if you don't. So this is the application that you have. So this is a dummy visa invitation letter. But over here, let's see what happens. There is a section called medical visa invitation letter. So this is a mandatory field, but let's say what happens if you type in a wrong number. So yeah, see, this is the error you would get. So no record found corresponding to the medical invitation letter number. So what this means is that the system generated letter is from a centralized system, and that system is integrated with its online application form. So the system is trying to pull that information. So let's see what happens if you key in a proper invitation letter reference number. So I click tab, and so this is what happens. It automatically pulls in the Apollo hospitals, the name of the hospital, the location, district, Chennai, and phone number. So this is how you can complete the visa application, provided you get the right medical invitation letter number. And this number, going back to the PDF, this is the top number. So if you can get this number from your the Indian hospital that is going to treat you, that should be great. But you also need to make sure the data is correct before you start your online application. I hope this video helped you. If any questions, please drop a comment on the video, or you can always reach out on our website and contact us on our WhatsApp. That's about it. Take care, stay safe.